Hello Transformers fans, this is my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Voyager-class Starscream, which is a targeted exclusive repaint of the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Starscream. And here's a quick look at the accessories. You get these two missiles, which you can insert and fire off from the four-arm mounted missile launchers. You can see one here and one there. And then you also have a comic book. Now the box or the packaging advertised a comic book inside. Well, my thinking was it would be a full-size comic book, but no, sadly it's just a pamphlet-sized comic book. IDW Transformers, and you got a picture of Starscream. Looking inside, the story is pretty brief. Starscream has a disagreement with Megatron, and he flies off, and he eventually meets up with another Decepticon called Space Case, and they end up having a brawl, and eventually, though, they end up deciding to form a partnership, and the artwork is pretty cool. But like I say, I was disappointed that it wasn't a full-length, full-size comic book. That would have been really cool. And just look at Space Case. And advertisement on the back. Alright, so to Starscream himself, the figure, repaint of the Revenge of the Fallen Starscream. He does have problems standing, especially if you move him around like I'm doing right now, but here's a 360 look at him. Look at the back there. And you can see here he's got the missile launchers on either forearm. Now he does have the Mecha Live gimmick. If you take a look at his chest area, you can see some red translucent gears. And if you move his head, Mecha Live. Pretty cool, especially because it's red. I like that color. And obviously, articulation-wise, the head rotates on a swivel type of joint. Now, you do have 3 points of articulation at the shoulder. Here's 1 point right there, rotation right there, and a joint right there. So 1, 2, 3. And you do have a elbow articulation, 360. You can bend the elbow, well, you can bend the forearm forward like that, but not backwards. Or you can have the arm like this, in that position. There is no waist articulation. These pieces here are articulate. They're on a ball joint. You do have hip/leg articulation, forward, back, and out to the side. Swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee. And here's where I have a problem. On my figure at least, it's really loose, and if you mess around with the figure too much and try to pose it in terms of the leg movement or leg posing, you will have some problems, at least on my figure anyways. And you have articulation there as well, so kind of 2 points at the knee, and then swivel at the shin, and you have articulation like so at the ankle. And here's another point of articulation, well, point of looseness or weakness on my figure. So this is really loose at the ankles and as well as at the knee joint. Transform! Alright, transformation into jet mode. Now here I am just transforming the main wings. Now the overall transformation is simple, but it's also interesting, to me at least. You want to rotate the arms around. And for the legs, start with the lower part of the leg, rotate it 180, collapse the foot, and collapse the leg as you see there. And of course you do the same thing with the other leg. Alright, so here is where it gets interesting. We're going to grab Starscream's crotch and pull it apart like that. rotate those pieces around. They are the chest pieces for robot mode, and they become the top rear of the jet mode. Coming around here, you want to take the two small fins and push them forward like that, or fold them forward. Now here's a really cool part that I like about this transformation. You can see the ankle guards will eventually cover Starscream's face. So basically, here's the leg collapsing together, and the ankle guards that are behind the ankle are covering, or will cover, Starscream's face in the transformation into the jet mode. There we go. And there is a tab and a slot, and they just lock together, keeping the center of the jet mode together, and you just push everything together and it should start to take shape into a recognizable jet mode. And here we have the two arms. One has a peg, one has a hole. You want to put those together, and that will lock them together in place. And you want to straighten out the little winglets here. They're on ball joints. They are a little bit flimsy, but once you get them in position, they look pretty good. Rotate up the claws. Yes, you have claws in vehicle mode. It's unfortunate, but you do. And just adjust those. And now we're getting close to the finish here. You grab the main wings, and what they're going to do is they're actually going to go up and over that brown piece of plastic on either side of the fuselage, like so, there. And from here on, it's just rotating up the nose cone there, and just making sure everything is nice and tight and flush. And there he is, jet mode. And here is Dark of the Moon, Voyager-class, Target exclusive Starscream in his jet mode. And I took the liberty of going ahead and adding the missiles. They peg into the underside of the wings, as you can see there. Of course, you could store them back here in the cannons. But yeah, pretty nice. I like the colors. Of course, it's gray, but then you have the silver finish for these Cybertronian tattoos, and the markings are very similar to the original Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Starscream. There are slight differences, like for example on the original there's actually some more markings here that are different, but I just like the silver. Of course on the original it was black, but I like the way that it shows up, as you can see there, as really nice silver color. And if we look at the underside of the jet here, you can see here these are the parts in robot mode that form the chest for the Mech Alive, and as you can see right now they are the underside of the I guess you call it the tail wing here. Take a look at the back here. Of course you have the hands here. You can't get around doing that any other way, but you got the hands right there showing. And here's a front view of the jet mode. It does have landing gear. You can take them out. I'll show you real quickly here. You have two in the rear here. They just fold out. And then you have one, of course, at the front. So that's really nice. So can I recommend you buy this figure? Well, if you don't already have the original Voyager Revenge of the Fallen Starscream, then this is actually a nice repaint. I personally like this a little bit better because I like the gray, the silver accents, and then the red. Works all well together for me in terms of the colors. And you know, it's a fairly simple transformation. It's a very unique way that this thing transforms. You know, going from a vehicle to a robot and back and forth. So you know, if you have some extra money and you like Starscream, then I definitely think this is a nice buy. But if you already have the original Voyager Starscream, you know, you probably don't really need to pick this up unless you're really into repaints or you're really into Starscream as a toy. Then yeah, you might want to pick it up. But if you already have it, probably not. So, alright, well thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers Voyager-class Dark of the Moon, Target exclusive Starscream.